Hello everybody. I've made some changes to some of the control room. I keep adding more to it. What I've done is add storage and retrieval controls up here for iron ore, gold ore, iron bars, and gold bars. So, where's it at? We've got smelt gold ore, and there should be a smelt iron ore here. Now, if I want to retrieve any of these items, change this to bring up items back here. And then go down and turn on. For example, let's try iron bars. And as long as nothing has died since I last played this, we'll see what happens. We have to be in retrieve mode and normal mode to bring items back here. This shows that the cart is present. We'll fire it off. It takes a minute or two for this thing to run the loop. I also added something new, which is mostly for test purposes, but trash all items. Anything that comes back down this line, if that switch is on, you're dead, dude. Will get rerouted over here to this trash all items sign. And the cart just came back. And we have the iron ingots. To store them, you just pull them out. Maybe you wanted iron ingots, but you didn't want 64 of them. You only wanted 5. There's no way that I know of so far in the game to control how many you get back selectively each time. No way to enter a number or anything in. So if you get too many back, you just stick them back in the outgoing chest. Change this from retrieve to store. And fire this off again. When it comes back, there won't be anything left in there. The other thing that I would really like to see happen with somebody doing a plugin, if they could do it, is to be able to some way or another have a sign that would indicate my storage area on how many items of each type were stored. Alright, it should have came back with nothing in it, which it did. Now let's see if we have, I don't know if I have any or not. I don't think I do. Let me try to bring some ore back. We'll try both. If any comes back, then I can actually reroute them and send them to the smelting operation. But let's see if it comes back first. Back to retrieve. Fire it off. If you like this video and want to see more, please let me know. I love doing this automation stuff. It can be a pain in the tuchus sometimes, trying to get it figured out. That's too loud. It can be a pain in the tuchus trying to figure it out and get it to work right. These, you can't put these switches next to each other. They interfere. You have to have at least one block between them, and that makes it hard to build stuff. Okay, we actually got iron ore and gold ore back. So let's change this. Pull these out. I don't care about that torch. Since I know I've got both, we'll put it back in storage. And then I'll show you how the next step works. Alright, now go store it. Since we're in store mode, it's going to ignore those switches to retrieve it. Or that's what it should do. We shall see. To me, working with automation is a blast. It just takes a lot of time to get the track laid out and all the redstone circuits laid out, all the switches. Alright, it's empty. This is good. Now, we want to smelt iron. So we turn this on. And we want to smelt gold. So I turn that on. I have feedback indicators to tell which switch is on. As it passes by the smelting operation, this redstone torch will blink. Now, since there's nothing there right now, when I start the smelting line, it was present. Now it's not there. Now what's going to happen, you'll start seeing it blink on these two. It's going past those operations, but it's not doing anything because it doesn't have any ore to work with. Takes it a while to go around this loop. There's the other one blinking. There's the two of them blinking, but it's not going to do anything. To make this video a little bit shorter, I'm going to warp to it. Oh, I need to go to God mode so I don't die in the middle of showing this. Okay, here's the production area. Here's the minecart going around. These are spare locations that I have not put into use yet. As you'll see that this thing takes off to the left-hand side a couple of times in here. The switches switch these tracks. This one's for gold. This one's for iron. Now it's going through there, but it doesn't have anything to work with. So we already have the switches selected down here to get gold ore and iron ore. I put a lot of signs up here to remind me how this works. Switch this to feed furnace. And I have also left signs that say you have to be in retrieve mode for this to work. With it in retrieve mode and feed furnace, it's going to grab those stacks of iron ore and gold ore. And we'll bring them down here. Once it gets there, it'll feed them to the furnace. Or at least that's what it's supposed to do. It should, I just saw the other cart go by. It should have picked something up. There it goes. There goes the 2 furnaces firing off. So from that control room, I can totally control what goes on down here. I just can't tell what it's doing when it's doing it. I wish there was a way to do that. By all means, if any of you think that this is cool and you like it, please put a like on it. And if you have any questions or anything of how I did it and what plugins that I used, I am running a bucket server. By all means, please leave comments. I've only got 2 more days left to the trial version of Camtasia, and I'm trying to make my mind up if I want to spend that much money to keep doing these videos. So I certainly need a lot of likes in the next few days to convince me to keep doing this. I don't have a whole lot of free time, and it takes me forever to upload these things. I have a very slow connection. Anyway, this cart track is going around, and as items show up in here, it picks it up, brings it around, and drops it down in the storage. That's charcoal. There's gold there. And what I did is I ran the loops on the tracks in opposite directions so that with this plug-in that I'm running, I can use the nomenclature or whatever you want to call it with north or south of whether to collect or deposit items into it. So on this side, this has got collect items 266, which is gold. So as it passes by, the chest collects the items. And by the way, don't walk in front of a cart. It'll screw everything up. On this side, it's got deposit items 266, but a different direction. The other one was north. This is south. So that keeps it separate so that you can have one loop deposit it into the chest and the other loop to remove it from the chest. That's the key thing that makes this all work. And I also have, I think I mentioned it in one of the other videos, I have tons and tons of wood because of the automatic farming that I have. That's also controlled from the control room. This one's the furnace. If I turn this one on, it's going to start taking wood and creating charcoal. I also have some manual overrides so I can debug this stuff, because it's hard to find out what's wrong when they're all running around. You can't see what's in the cart. So with this stuck in here, I can turn it off from here, and then when it comes around, it'll park. Then I can go see what's in it. Obviously I have a ton of wood, and I've got charcoal. It will feed the furnaces as it needs it. Let's see. I think I'm going to end this here because I'm just shy of 15 minutes. So maybe I'll do another one tonight. I don't know yet. Talk to you later. Thanks and bye. And by all means, like I said, just if you have any ideas, give me the ideas in the comments and I'll try my best to work on it. Thanks and have a great day.